Hey guys, Rockstar here from Team Rocket, and I'm here today to show you guys the new shop system that will be taking effect on the server. This is going to effectively replace the sign shops that we have in both the player shops area and eventually our main server shop as well. So I wanted to show you guys and kind of bring up a little tutorial on how this works, because once this tutorial is posted, this change is going into effect for the entire server. So let me get started here. It's very simple. The first thing you do is you place down a chest. Pretty easy so far. You guys know how to do that, right? I'm sure you do. The next step is, of course, to have a sign, and what you want to do is shift click it, or whatever button you use to crouch. Put that sign right on the front of the box, just like that. And then you're going to type a bracket, the word shop with the S capitalized. I'm not sure if that matters actually. Let's see if it doesn't. But do it like that. Put an end bracket and then press done. Okay, it does not matter, so it doesn't matter if you capitalize that S or not. First thing you'll see when it comes up here is the shop name. You're going to type the name of your shop. So for this case, I'm just going to say Rockstar's Shop. Now you have to be careful. I think it only lets you have 16 characters, so don't type anything ridiculously long. Once that name is done, or put in, you can just click here to confirm. And that says not an acceptable name. Well, what did I do wrong? And you'll see this anvil-like interface pop up, and what you'll need to do is make a name for your store. Don't use any special characters because it doesn't like that. So I'm going to name mine Rockstar Shop, and I'm going to click this. Boom! And you get this big text in your face that shop is created. You also see it pop up in chat, but I have that disabled right now. So what I'm going to do now is, you see it says shop closed. You see a bunch of weird things going on in the sign here. So you're going to right click into here. So now we have this nice little interface that comes up, and it's going to be pretty confusing if you're just seeing it for the first time. But once you do this once or twice, it's really straightforward. I mean, I learned it pretty quick, so I'm hoping you guys can as well. And I'm hoping this tutorial is going to be as thorough as it needs to be so that you guys understand how this works. Of course, if there are any lingering questions, please feel free to put those in the comments below, and I will do my best to address those. So I'm going to try to go from left to right here and show you guys what each symbol does. Right away, you might see all this glass pane. This does absolutely nothing. This is considered the theme of the shop, and it's just for show. It's just, you can pick a different color at some point once you go into the options of the shop, but I'll get there in just a moment. Alright, so for the first part here, we have trading. It's represented by a diamond, so it says left click to manage trades. So let me do that here. So I'm left clicking it here. Now it doesn't matter what your buttons are signed to. I just tested that out. Left click is left click even if you've switched the mouse buttons, which I do. I guess it's not a common thing, but I like playing with the mouse buttons reverse. It's easier for me. Again, you'll see the theme. All the black glass panes don't mean anything. It's just the theme of the shop. Here's the green one that will say add trade. Now this is pretty difficult to manage. You probably won't even be using this one that often, but I feel like I do so have to bring it up just in case someone would want to use it. So when you click on that, this first part here, you'll see the anvil interface again, and you're naming the trade itself. For example, we could say emeralds for diamonds, and you can't really, again, you have to be careful with the length of the name. I might be breaking, no, I guess I just fit it in. I think it still limits the text length is what I was trying to aim at. But then you'll see it's going to bring up this interface, and what you're going to want to do is set up your trade. On the left side is what you are giving up, and on the right side is what you'll be getting. So the first thing you'll want to do, so this is emeralds for diamonds. So the first thing is you can add in the item that you want to give up, and you should already have that item in your inventory. I do not in this case, so let me do that real fast. Alright, so I have emeralds here now, and basically this interface, what it's going to allow me to do is put in my trade offer. So I want to give up one emerald, and in return I want a diamond. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, if you're looking for an item, you're not going to have it in your inventory to put here, and it won't even let you put it here. Initially, you have to add receiving item. So if you want a diamond, you can type in either the ID number or the name of the item. So I'm going to just type diamond to be safe, and boom, it pops up right there. So this trade is saying I will trade one of my own emeralds for a diamond. That currently isn't really the exchange rate on our server specifically, but you guys understand the idea. I guess I should backtrack a bit. If I wanted the exchange rate to be more equal, I could add on more gold. So on our server, an emerald is worth 300, and on our server, a diamond is worth 750. So if I wanted to add the difference, say 450, there's 100, 200, 300, 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I would be adding an emerald and 450. Now there's the total value of 750 for one diamond. So that's a fair trade on our server in current currency terms. Players obviously can adjust it to as they wish. But once that's done, you click Confirm Trade. What that will do is you now have a trade system set up, a trade ID. So what this now means is, again, this is going to look at your trade window. You can edit it as if you want, but now it'll be there. And now anytime anyone comes into your shop, it'll say View Available Trades. If they have a diamond and they want an emerald and some cash, they can set up that trade for you, so it's pretty neat. And that's pretty much all it is for the trading system. Again, you guys probably aren't going to use that one this much, so I don't want to spend too much more time on it. The easier things to manage are the buying and selling options. So, moving over to the sign here, we now have the option to right-click to toggle buying and selling. Now, the names are a little misleading. When I was messing around with this plugin, buying actually means the normal shop. You are selling items to someone else. That's what the buying shop is. You would think that would be a selling shop, as you are selling the shop, but I guess initially the plugin is coded in German, so the translation can be a little rough, I guess. That might be part of the issue. Another way to look at it, I guess, however, would be is your customers are buying from this shop. That might be the intention, I'm not sure. I'll go with number 2. That might be the intention. So right now, the shop is in buying mode, which means I'm going to be setting items up to sell to other players. Alright, so to get started here, I have some saplings. I don't want them anymore, so I'm going to throw that up there. And you'll notice it's only going to put one up here initially, but that's okay. You'll have an option to edit the stock and everything in just a moment. But yeah, you'll see all your items. You have this whole space here. All these different spaces to set up sales. Alright, so now that I put the dark oak sapling up here, I want to edit that trade. I don't want to necessarily sell it for $5 because that's the default price that puts on it. So right here, you'll see the glass panes again. Don't worry about those. Do not worry about this button. You guys might not even get these buttons down here, so I'm not going to worry about those. These are mainly for like an admin feature. So let's do this. We're going to change the price of the item. Now, you're going to see this familiar anvil interface. This is going to come up a lot during the usage of this shop. That's fine, but I'm just telling you guys how it works during each step. So here, you're going to write the number. You have to write a number, or this isn't going to work. We currently use a regular economy, so you can type in, say you want to sell a sapling for $50. You can do it, just type in 50. Click to confirm. If you want to go back to double check that that worked, all you have to do is click that arrow, it's the back arrow, and you now see price for $50. If you want to add more of these saplings to your shop, like I don't want to just sell one, I want to add the whole thing. These green panes here are add stock. Red ones are remove if you don't want to sell everything. But here's what you can do. Click the green pane to add stock. Now obviously only type the number is the max of what you have here. If you type more, it's not going to work. So I'm going to type 38. I'm going to click confirm. You notice they disappeared from the inventory. You click back, and there it is. Stock is 39. All my saplings are now in this shop. You're not going to see the number here, but you'll see it right there. When you hover over it, it'll say stock 39. So there it is. Right now, it'll say amount 1. What this means is you are selling one sapling for $50. Well, if you think that's a little overpriced, and you want to alter that, there's a way to change that too. Let's go back here. You see change price of the item. We dealt with that. Remove item from shop will completely remove the item from the shop. So if you don't want to sell those anymore, you can just click that to remove it. Here is where you change the amount. You click on this to change the amount sold. Say I want to sell 5 saplings. Click that to confirm. If you want to double check, go back. And there, now there's a number there because this is what players will see. They're going to get 5 saplings for $50 if they choose to buy them. So now that is correctly set up that way. That is your sale. And an important thing is before you go through this process, make sure your shop is closed. I should have mentioned that sooner. However, your shop is going to default as closed, so no worries. Only edit stuff when your shop is closed. Otherwise, if you're putting items in while your shop is open, you know how they default to $5. Someone could rip that right out of the shop, and there's nothing you'd be able to do about it. So, the cool thing about this as well is our server usually did not have the ability through our current sign system to sell enchanted items. Well, now that is possible. So I have this sword that I OP enchanted. Not normally possible. So I wanted to show you guys that it is now possible to sell enchanted items. All you have to do is click it, it goes right in, and you set it up the same exact way. I'm not going to waste time, but I just wanted to show you that it is possible now to sell enchanted items, enchanted books, enchanted everything for the same price. So everything should be good now. I don't think there should be any more problems with that. I'm actually going to remove that from the shop because I'm not selling that. That's pretty much all there is to it. Now, there's different things as well. I'm going to show you guys this button here. Now, left clicking, you can toggle it open or close it. Like if you're done adding all your items, you click this, you open your shop, everything's good to go. And you'll see at the bottom it says shift click to start arrangement mode. If you do that, it'll just allow you to move your items around into an orderly fashion. Not much else to really show there. You can click that ender chest again to leave the arrangement mode. Alright, so I showed you guys pretty much everything up to opening, closing the shop, and changing it for arrangement mode, etc. I've showed you guys how to put an item in. I've showed you guys how to manage that item. I've showed you guys how to change the price. I've showed you guys how to change the amount in the stock. So that's pretty much all there is to it for buying. A couple icons here. Shopkeeper management. You're not going to worry about this one too much. I think this might be a planned update to allow you to add other people into the shop. I haven't really dug into that one too much. The next thing here we have is an emerald, which what that will do is show you shop history. So the cool thing here is if anyone has bought any of your items, you will see it show up here, and it'll show the name of the person who bought it, when they bought it, how much it sold for. It gives a lot of details. It's really neat. You guys will see that as people buy stuff from your shop. It's pretty neat. I don't think I need an example. It's just informational stuff. The cool thing here too is your shop can have multiple pages. You can have a ton of stuff in this shop. Like you could literally have just pretty much everything. And it's really neat because you only need one chest to pretty much sell everything. It's really cool. I like it, and it works. And this lime dye here, just to show you guys, this will show you what page number you're on if you are going through different pages here, so pretty neat. Just to let you know where you're at. Alright, so I think I've shown you everything with the buying section. Now, if you're going to right click, this will go into the selling section. Now, again, like I said, the name might be a little confusing, but you are no longer having people buy stuff, you're now having people sell you stuff. In this case, if I wanted someone to sell me, oh, I don't know, 10 diamonds, you're not going to have the item you're looking for. You might actually. It's not impossible. But let's just do this. This is what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for diamonds. A weird thing happened, like the store closed. However, it did put the diamond here into the box. So now that you're on the selling page, you can configure exactly what you want. Start here to change the price of the item. So just put in what you're willing to pay for the diamond. The prices are going to be competitive on the server. So the normal price is $750, but say you don't want to really buy it for that much. Say you want to buy it for $500. You would click that. You could remove the item to take it out altogether if you're no longer looking for the item. That would be what you want to do there. Collect stock. This is what stock means. I just figured this out. If people are selling you the diamonds, they are now part of your stock. The next step is change asking amount. So this is going to be how many diamonds you want for the price that you've listed. Now what this will do, this will directly interact with the person's bank. So if you have the money in your bank, this will pull out. If you don't have the money, a message should pop up saying that person has insufficient funds. Say I want to be ridiculous and I want to get 3 diamonds for 500. So that may not happen. The last thing here is to change the data of the item. I do not recommend doing this unless you know exactly what you're doing. This will change the data value of the item. You can either type the name or type the numerical ID. The game should recognize either one. This is not necessary unless you're looking for specific things like orange wool or a different variation of stone or planks or something like that. I don't recommend doing it any other way. If you really know what you're doing and you want to go ahead and go to it, then you can. Alright, so now that we're back here, you see that we now have our 3 diamonds listed for a price of 500. So that's what we're looking for. It's probably not going to happen, but the sale is there. So you can add sales by doing that. I mean, you could click to add an item as well. Like if you want a diamond axe, it's a lot easier to do it that way than typing in the item. But either way, if you don't have the item to click in, you're going to have to type it in anyway through here. And again, you can use the item name or the item ID. If you get it wrong at all, if you typo it or anything, it's not going to work. Most likely the shop will just close. You'll have to open it back up and try to do it again. I've done everything I needed to do. I've shown pretty much how this whole thing works. I got my buying and selling all set up. I think I'm ready to open the store. So I left click it. It's now open. What that means is now other users can now interact with the shop. You're always going to be able to interact with your own shop, but other users can interact with it when it's open. Alright, so I've shown you guys pretty much everything that I can think of in terms of getting this shop up and running. The last thing to do is maybe set up a description for your shop. So now you can right click the ender chest and it's going to bring you to an interface, and you'll see at the bottom here all these different colored glass panes. This is what I was talking about before with the theme. So right now I have all these different colored glass panes, and I think it's using these ones at the moment. But what I can do is click one, say blue, and it just turns them blue. I mean, it doesn't really do much, but as you can see, there it is. You have an option to change your shop name. Like you initially got to set up a shop name. If you don't want that shop anymore, you can click it and change the name. Here you can edit the description, and don't make this too long. Make it something small. I'm gonna say Epic Shop, change that. So now when players hover over this icon, they'll just see Epic Shop. Really nothing else to edit here. You can do a player blacklist, and the thing about this, it'll say these players will not be allowed to use the shop. So if you really just don't want someone to be added. Oh, and there is one thing I want to show you guys also. It's important. What you're going to want to do, you won't see NPC shop option. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see server shop or have the ability to change it. You might see it, but you won't be able to change it. Notifications. This is a pretty cool feature to have it turned on or to have it turned off. And when it's on, you'll actually get a broadcast to your screen when someone buys a shop item from you. If you're in-game and you're online, you'll get a live notification that something was bought, and it'll show you the amount that you had it listed for. So that's pretty neat if you want to keep your shop stocked on the go, or if you just want to have that updated as much as you can. It's a good way to be notified of how much money you're making. Otherwise, the only way you'll actually find out how much money you made is if you go into your shop history and check it there. But this will broadcast it to you live. Other than that, if you have notifications off, you'll get nothing. You'll get no text, nothing. You'll just have to go to the shop and see manually what's been done. It's up to you. It's a personal preference. Personally, I like mine on. I like seeing when items get sold. When it comes to adding shopkeepers and adding this and that, I don't think that feature is working as of yet. If you guys play around with it in game and figure it out, then you can let me know in the comments. Try to put some overlays or maybe add something to the description of the video on how that works. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I have to show you. It's a pretty fair, simple system to use, so I hope you guys enjoy this. This is going to take place immediately after the video is posted on the website on our channel. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can share it. Also, subscribe to the channel for more tutorials and more videos coming out soon. We're going to be working on some more stuff as soon as we get some time. And you can also leave a comment in the comments section below. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you want to play, the server IP will also be down below. So come on and join us. We have cookies. Alright guys, this is Rockstar, and I'm from Team RockCat. I'm taking off for now. We'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye! Other ranks, we have other arenas. This one is for Member Plus. I have changed that very recently. But there's different arena styles for different ranks. And here's VIP, it's a little deeper, has more spawn paths for variation. And here's another thing that I've custom built. This one's called the MVP Arena. And it's two boats kind of docked together. And I really like it. It plays really well, it's really fun. Boss on it to pain the butt. But that's MVP.